All right, to start this sequence, we're going to start with belly breathing. So all I'm going to have you do is just squeeze a block between your knees, lower down on your back. You're going to place one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach. We're going to do 5 rounds, in through the nose for 4, exhale for 4. And I just want you to focus on the rising and the falling of your stomach. Rather than using our accessory muscles up in our chest, you're just going to breathe and really allow the diaphragm to work. So we'll inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy breathing. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more rounds. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to move on to core set breathing. It's really important to do this breathing before we do anything else because this plays such a big role in our posture. So we're going to have you place L's around your hands, and they're going to go on the lowest rib. And every time you inhale, feel like you're getting a 360-degree expansion laterally into the floor and up. And every time you exhale, purse your lips like you're blowing through a straw, and exhale really firmly out your mouth. So inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 more rounds here. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep squeezing the block now. 3 more rounds. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage those muscles, especially around the belly button. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, fire it off. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go 2 more rounds. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we're going to do virtually the same exact thing. All I'm going to have you do, though, is just lift your heels. So this is now going to challenge your core, especially in the lumbar region, that low back region. You're going to have a slight arch. You have a natural curve in your low back. Keep that there. But we're going to train the core to stabilize without it getting into an anterior pelvic tilt. But we also don't want to just drive that lower back into the floor. A flat neutral spine actually has a little bit of arch in the lower back. So take those same L's around your hands. Inhale through the nose for 4. Exhale with pursed lips out the mouth for 4. 5 rounds. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more rounds. You should feel your lower abdominals really working here. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let it go. All right, so now from here, send your left leg long, right knee into your chest. Work on those hamstrings. We'll do 15 seconds here. Pull your toes towards your face. And then we'll go into a supine figure 4, right ankle over left knee. So keep those fingers interlaced right below the kneecap. Drive towards your shoulder. Should be feeling this in the belly of the hamstring. Here for another 5. Right ankle over left knee in 3, 2, 1. So right ankle over left knee. We'll do a figure 4 stretch here. Really working to the outside of the hip. Drive the left knee towards your chest. And then we're going to do a little bit of a unique variation coming up in 10 seconds. We're going to work into the left quad. You'll fall over to the right. or over to your left rather. So I'm gonna make a little bit of space so you guys can see it. But in 5 seconds, you'll fall over to your left. Right foot comes onto the ground in 3, 2, 1. So you keep that figure 4, and then if you can, you just reach back and grab your left foot with your right hand. So now we're stretching the quad. We're all still doing it in this supine position on our backs. Another 10 seconds, find nice easy breaths here. And then we'll just fall over both knees to the left, supine twist. In 4, 3, 2, 1. So both knees fall over, so gentle twist. Try and keep your chest facing towards the ceiling, both shoulders on the mat, and then you're just opening up through the thoracic. You might hear a little bit of popping, but that's all right. You can try teeing out your arms, or just keep them on your chest. Here for another 10 seconds, then we're just going to work on to the left side. So the right leg will go long, left knee into your chest. We go in 7. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg goes long, bring the left knee into your chest, drive the toe towards your face, fingers interlace around your left shin. Again, just warming up, so we're not doing anything super long passively. Thinking this almost as a dynamic stretch. We're here for another 6 seconds, and then we'll figure 4, left ankle over right knee in 3, 2, 1. Left ankle over right knee. Drive that right knee in. Again, feeling this in that outer hip area. A lot of times when you're standing and that posture can get a little messed up, maybe you're at a standing desk, we tend to rock one side and kind of sit in one hip, and then that side will get really tight, and the other side doesn't get balanced out. So you might be feeling that one side versus the other. Another 5 seconds here, then we're going to fall to the right. Left foot will come to the ground in 3, 2, 1. So as that left foot comes down, I'm keeping that stretch on. This block might be helpful, might not. I'm going to move it out though. And then you're going to grab that right foot, and then we're doing the same quad pull on this side. So really getting into a pretzel here. If anything makes it a little bit difficult, you can always just unhook that left leg and focus on the quad here. Otherwise, continue to hold. Here for another 5. Then we come into that supine twist in 3, 2, 1. Both legs, let those knees rest on top of each other. Try and keep the hips stacked on one another. Try and keep your chest pointed towards the sky. And you might feel a little tight here. If that's the case, just hold in whatever range feels comfortable. Otherwise, try and get both shoulders against the floor. Another 10 seconds here, then we're going to rock back into center. We'll find a happy baby. You'll grab both ankles, both knees will come into your armpits in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees come into your armpits. Grab those ankles and then try and keep a flat neutral spine again. Head, shoulders, mid-back, all the way down to your tailbone onto the floor. From here, we're going to come into a glute bridge. We'll be here for another 8 seconds. That glute bridge is going to help strengthen and activate the glutes and hamstrings. Here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So drive up, really drive into the heels. I like to have a little bit of a chin tuck here to help activate the rectus abdominis, the front of your core right here, so that the low back can stay nice and long. Another thing that causes low back pain when we're standing is we get in that anterior pelvic tilt, the low back erectors become overactive and everything comes tight in there. So let them get kind of long here, pressing into your heels, getting those hips all the way up, even feel the hamstrings, feel the glutes working. Here for another 10 seconds. Then we're going to come into dead bugs, really work the core and our breath again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Then bring your knees up over your hips, 90 degrees with your ankles and your knees, arms up overhead. And then we're going to go into dead bugs. So your right arm, left leg are going to extend. Exhale as you do it. And then bring it back up. So again, the same thing that we were doing in breathing, really trying to fight and resist too much low back extension. We want to keep the rib cage and the pelvis aligned as we do this. As you extend with your legs, if those hip flexors get a little tight, get a little snappy, keep the knees bent, that'll help, or just don't extend out as far. We're going to do about 20 of these, 10 on each side. Think about your thumb pointing down towards the floor, and then as you come up, your fingers are pointing towards the sky. So the wrist isn't moving, hands aren't moving. Make sure you exhale as you extend, helping to train the breathing. Also really engaging the core. The slower you can do this, the more you'll feel it, especially in the lower core. Got about 6 more. And then again, if you feel your lower back starting to arch, all right, that's a sign that you got to work on that exhale a little bit more, but also know there's going to be a slight natural arch to that lower back. So the cue to press your lower back into the mat helps, but you shouldn't feel like you're driving that lower back into the mat. That's actually going to put your lower back into flexion, which when you get into lifting positions can be a little bit dangerous. Here for another 2. And last one, extend. Give it a little hold, and then bring it up. From here, you're just going to flip on over into a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and tuck your toes. All right, from that tabletop position, you're just going to bring your hands out a little bit further, tuck your toes, take a breath in, exhale, press up, downward facing dog. So in this downward facing dog, step your feet out a little wider than hip width apart, spread your fingers nice and wide, press the floor away. Bend your knees and then let those hips get up a little bit higher. As you rotate those hips up, you should feel that stretch on the hamstrings. And we're going to be here for another 10 seconds. Keep pressing those hips up. Bend the knees a little bit more if you need to. Exhale to let that rib cage help pull down. Here for another 5. Then we're going to step forward into a forward fold in 3, 2, 1. Step forward, forward fold. So now we're sitting here. I want you just to think about your chest resting in your knees, almost like belly button into your quads. Send the hips up. Feel this stretch in the hamstrings. Let this stay nice and long. Don't collapse through your upper back. Continue to fold forward, keeping those sit bones, those tailbone up high. Here for another 5, and then we're going to come to standing on our blocks. In 3, 2, 1. So come to standing on the blocks. So one of the big things about posture is how our feet transmit and produce force into the ground. So one of the things that we're going to start with is just getting the feet flexors and extensors fully working through that range of motion. So you're going to stick your toes over the blocks. If you don't have blocks, maybe you can do this on stairs at your home, or find something like a book just to elevate up on. But just go through 10 or so rounds of pulling towards your face as hard as you can, and then wrapping around the block, pressing all the way down as well. And you just want to get as much proprioception with your feet as you can as you do this. And then once you do 10 rounds, I'm going to turn and face you. You can stay where you are. But now we're going to work into the individual toes. So let's pull all the toes up. Toes are all pulling up. And then I want you to just press your big toe down. Keep the 4 other smaller toes up. So it's a little challenging. You can see my pointer toe on my left foot's a little bit confused. But then from here, just pull those big toes up. And then just push those 4 toes down. So now I got both my big toes still pulling up. The other toes are pulling down. And then come back up. And then we're going to piano. So pinky all the way to big toe all the way to pinky. So come down, wrap it around, back up, wrap it around. Let's go through 3 or 4 rounds of this. And it's supposed to be hard. If you feel like you're wincing, like this is the hardest thing you've done, that's all right. Continue to work on this. And this will help you build a better connection with your feet and ultimately up chain into your body. Last round here. Good, shake them out. And then you're going to put your heels sticking off the mat, and we'll go into heel drops. So now we're going to work a little bit more into the ankles. We'll do 5-second eccentric heel drops. One of the big things that you'll also see with posture is people that have really tight calves, they don't have the ability to flex in those ankles. So their pelvis shifts forward to help them stay tall. And that gets us into that anterior pelvic tilt where this all gets tight, this gets flared out. So to keep this down, also starts with the ankle and with the feet. So you're gonna come up here. If you got a wall, great. If you don't have a wall, foam roller, chair, something to hold you on, you're gonna come up on both feet, and then I'm gonna start on my right, and I'm gonna lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press back up. Come down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press back up, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press back up. 2 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back up. Last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So that eccentric motion is really good for flexibility. It's also really good for building a little bit of muscle activation and ultimately strength in the end. So we'll come up onto the left foot now, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back up with both, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back up, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's take our blocks out. Now let's find a really strong, tall mountain pose. Really pinnacle of posture here. We're gonna get the arms up overhead. We're gonna do so on the exhale. Take a breath in, exhale. So as you exhale, glute squeezes forward, core knits in, pinkies rotate in towards the ears, arms go up overhead. So now I'm tall and strong. Now we're gonna lower down into a chair with your arms reaching back. Breath in, exhale, lower down, nice and slow. 5, 4, feet might go out a little bit wider. 3, 2, 1. Now we hold here for another 5 seconds, then we're gonna step the left foot back, find a crescent moon. In 3, 2, 1. Left foot steps back, take a breath in, exhale, crescent moon. So squeeze your glutes forward, especially on this left side, right knee over that ankle, and then you keep the rib cage pulled down with that exhale as you reach up overhead. Continue to hold for 5, then we're going to find a 90-90 position with our knees, hips, and ankles in 3, 2, 1. Pull back, 90 degrees, ankle, knee, hip, hip, knee, ankle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place your right hand on your right thigh, reach up with your left hand, and then squeeze your left glute forward and reach over your right side with your left hand. Continue to exhale, help pull all of this down. You're going to feel this in your left hip flexor the more you squeeze that left glute forward. Here for another 5, then we go left hand on right knee in 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, left hand, right knee, hand behind your head, breath in, exhale, open up and reach back. Keep squeezing that left glute forward. Keep squeezing it, reach back with the right shoulder more than the right hand. And really allow this twist to come through your thoracic rib cage. Here for another 5, 4, 3, back to center in 2, 1, back to center. And then from here, reach your hands up overhead. Exhale as you do it. Keep the core tight, keep the glutes squeezing. And then you're going to reach back with your right hand, grab your left foot, and go into a quad pull. Left hand can just rest on the knees, on the floor. If you need a block, use a block. Help stay tall here. But as I'm doing this, left glute's got to squeeze. It's got to stay active so that this can get a little bit longer. Another 10 seconds here. Then we'll find a low lunge. Right foot will go forward. And 3, 2, 1. Release the foot. Right foot goes forward. Find a low lunge. So drive the right knee in. Squeeze your left glute. Try and keep a flat back as you do this. I like to have blocks help me stay tall. From this position, we're just going to step forward into that forward fold we were in previously. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Slide those blocks out and find that nice hamstring stretch that you had previously. All right, so from here, we're going to come back into that mountain pose. So stand up slowly, and then we'll squeeze our glutes forward. Abs stay tight. Nice, strong pillar. Breath in. Exhale. Arms up overhead. From here, slowly lower down into that squat. Lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive those knees out. Weight evenly distributed between the balls of your feet, your heels, and right behind that pinky toe and that ring finger toe. Here for another 5. Then we're going to step the right foot back in 3, 2, 1. Right foot steps back. Plant your hands, crescent moon. Breath in. Exhale. Squeeze the right glute forward. Slight lunge into the left leg. Pinkies rotate in. From here, we'll come into that 90-degree angles with both ankles, hips, and knees. In 3, 2, 1. Slide back into that 90-degree position. Tuck the toe. Left hand on the left thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale. Reaches the right arm over the left side. So you should feel this stretch all the way from your oblique up your side into the serratus, into the lat, into the shoulder, but keep that right glute squeezing to also work into that right hip flexor. Here for another 5, then you'll plant your right hand on your left knee. In 3, 2, 1. Right hand, left hand comes behind your ear. Take a breath in. Exhale. Twist open. I'm giving a slight leverage with this right hand, but I really want to work with my left side to pull back. So now extend that arm, try and pull that shoulder back, and rotate through the thoracic rib cage. Here for another 6. Then we'll come back to center in 3, 2, 1. Back to center. One last time, arms reach up, exhale. And then we're going to sweep the left arm back, quad pull, right arm comes down, squeeze that right hip forward so that right glute, or squeeze the right glute forward so the right hip can get a little bit longer. And then you're also working into that quad. If you need help with balance, grab your blocks. Otherwise, we're here for another 10. We'll find a low lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that low lunge. Grab your blocks if you need them. So drive that left knee in. Squeeze your right glute. Get nice and tall with the spine. Always want to be aware of the length of your spine so that you can make adjustments, whether you're at your desk, whether you're running, whether you're seated. From here, we're going to step back into a downward facing dog in 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. From your down dog, step your feet behind your hands and find a nice deep squat. Think ass to grass. Try and get your chest tall. Oh man. I'm almost done. From your downward facing dog, step your feet behind your hands and get into a nice deep squat. Get as deep as you can. If you need blocks to help stabilize you, use blocks, but you want to get nice and deep, and then you want to try and get that chest up as tall as you can. From here, drive those knees out with your hands, and then I'm going to have you reach your arms up overhead as far as you can. So this is going to be challenging for some of you. Continue to pull those hands away, almost as if they're resisting the floor, getting pulled up towards the ceiling. Here for another 5. Then you're going to plant your hands, step your feet back into a high plank in 3, 2, 1. Feet step back, lower down onto your stomach. And we'll do that same motion with the hands. Find some thoracic extension. Reach your arms all the way out as far as you can. Squeeze your glutes forward, breath in. Exhale, lift up. If you need a little bit less, pull those elbows in by your side, but you're gonna lift up, retract your shoulder blades. Continue to breathe here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. We'll finish with a locust, so you're gonna reach your arms back, palms towards the floor. This time your feet will lift off, squeeze your glutes forward, breath in, exhale, and lift off. So pull those triceps back together. Here for another 10 seconds, pull those heels up a little bit higher. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. You're gonna flip on over to your back. We'll go through some nice twists, and then we will be done. Let's come onto your back, bring your knees into your chest, and then just like we did at the beginning, let both knees fall. This time, think about your knees almost getting as close as they can to your chest as you twist. And then find cactus arms from this position. If cactus arms is too much, just hands over chest. And then allow that left shoulder to fall back as much as you can. Start to find nice, easy breaths as we wind down. Here for another 5, then we switch sides in 3, 2, 1. So switch sides. I got the wall, so I'm just gonna slide a little bit towards you guys. And then again, you're cactusing out or keeping your hands around your chest and trying to rotate through the upper back. Keep your knees pulled into your chest. That helps lock this so it can't come into extension. "15 seconds here. Here for 5, 4, full length, stretch it out in 3, 2, 1. Full length, stretch it out, take up space, and then finish up with some breathing or some meditation. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching the video. Try out some of the other ones in the series.